Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do, and I'll bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowner's or renter's insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing, too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. It's Geico Easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com.
Let's go talk about Michigan basketball. Quick look back at the 2020-2021 season and a look ahead to next year. Brian Bush is the radio play-by-play voice of the Wolverines. He's standing by on the Meyer guest line. Welcome back, Brian.
Hey, Bill. How we doing?
Doing good, buddy. So we look back at an incredible season, and now you get to the offseason and you look ahead to the future. Great recruits coming in. You got the reigning national coach of the year. How do you think this Michigan basketball team will look like when they tip off 2021 and 2022?
Well, I think there's a lot that still needs to be determined. I will say, though, that first year was kind of, partly John Beilein, partly Juwan Howard based on the personnel that was left. This felt like mostly Juwan Howard this season with still some remnants, some remembrances of the John Beilein era. This is all Juwan starting now. This is what it feels like with 6 big-time recruits coming in, 3 McDonald's All-Americans, and obviously some players that he's helped develop. I think Hunter Dickinson is going to be the star of the show on this team, and it's going to be a program that takes not just Juwan's personality, but I think to an extent Hunter's as well, which I think fits Juwan Howard and what he wants to do.
How much of a step back, because there's no way they're going to continue being a top 5 team, I would think, based on the transition, or be a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. What do you think the Michigan fans should expect where this team will be at when the season starts? Because remember, they were a fringe top 25 team before this season started last fall. What do you think by the time we get to October, November of this year?
Yeah, it's tough to tell, but I will say, you look at the improvements and the growth that this team made when they were, like you said, a fringe top 25 team entering this past season. I don't think it's unfair to expect that this team should compete and contend for another Big Ten regular season championship. Listen, expecting a 1 seed's a challenge because, it's so difficult to get a 1 seed. Michigan did everything right for almost the entire season, and people still wondered on Selection Sunday if they would fall out of that 1 spot because a few teams did a few other things come tournament week. So expecting a 1 seed is tough, but there should be high expectations for this program, 100%.
Brian Bush, voice of Michigan basketball, joining us on the Meyer guest line. Yeah, they're set up for a great future, and it's kind of like what I've watched Michigan State do, where you watch them lose a lot, but if the program's in a good place, and the way Juwan hit the ground running when Beilein left, I don't think I'm going to see a massive drop-off from this team. And when I say massive drop-off, they might go to 4th, 5th in the Big Ten, or maybe 15 to 20 in the top 25. But that's where we had them going into this past season.
Yeah, and I think that's something that we saw, toward the end of the Beilein era, was that this team, you didn't know how it was going to get there, but you just expected it to get there. And again, maybe that's a little bit unfair, but I do think that's something you can expect from a Juwan Howard-led program, just based on the fact that they had the type of success that they had this season with all the challenges, all the difficulties. This was as challenging of an offseason with as much turnover as you're going to have. Grad transfers, regular transfers, guys leaving, injuries, stuff along those lines. And Juwan brought it all together. So, yeah, again, maybe it's a little unfair to just expect that in year 3, but I think he's earned that, and I think that's what he wants. He wants those types of expectations.
Brian Bush, voice of Michigan basketball, thank you so much for all the insight on the Wolverines last year, and we look forward to next season, my man.
Yeah, all right, Bill. Good joining you.